Hey guys, it's Emily here from bu.journal.engineer. I hope you have a great week so far. Today I will show you step by step how I set up my bullet journal. As I want to get into some important details, the video will be split in 3 parts, so make sure to check out the other parts too. I will link them in the description. So today we're gonna do the name tag page with simple watercolor design, easy 2022 cover page. We'll explain how the color index works, then also the page index, the waitlist for our packages from different sites, the calendar for 2022, and also the dashboard page for sticky notes. On the other part, there will be a birthday page for our friends' birthdays, the reading page for our books, also our travel page to track where we have been, and also the goals page, the dot grid page, and the memory page, and a few more trackers. I make all those pages only at the start of the year, so I really make effort to make them as aesthetic as I can, as I will use them all year round. Before we begin, I want to say something really important. I will say it really often because many beginners are confused seeing all those beautiful bullet journals with many drawings, with many colors, and I have seen people who are even afraid to start because their bullet journal will not be good enough. Well, bullet journaling is so about your ideas and your layouts and your bullet journal at all. So watching this video, don't feel like you need to do everything step by step. You don't. Rearrange the pages, draw more, draw less, or don't paint at all. Invent new pages that will help in your daily life. If you want to improve something, you do it only with practice and time. Only practice and time. I use and make my organizer since 2012, and in this channel I just want to give you different ideas until you find out what works best for you. So let's begin. Here we go with our bullet journal. I personally use Dinkbat's notebooks, but don't worry if your journal is different brand. You will see later that I redesign most of the pages wherever fits my taste and needs. On the first page, Dinkbat always puts information about the nature park for which your notebook is responsible. Since I like the encyclopedic look of the pages, I will leave them like that. We continue to the name tag page. I have a special page for my name and address, but I advise you, if you do not have one, to make it in the beginning. A few years ago, I had forgotten my notebook in the public transport, and someone was kind enough to find it and send it back to my mail address that I had written inside. So I had my bullet journal back with me, and I was really happy. Sometimes I'm always on the opinion that the good in people should be encouraged. I also like to write symbolic rewards as delicious coffee and cookies. Of course, I will not invite strangers into my home, but I will be really happy if I can get them a coffee for the gesture they made by returning me the bullet journal. The next page I like to do is the beginning of the year. You know, to not confuse the year by accident. No, just kidding. Writing the year is really good way to start your journal. Honestly, this type of pages are completely meaningless when it comes to functionality, but by making them, they help us unleash our imagination. So I like to have at least few of those pages in my journal. As Dinkbat has another page underneath that I don't want to use, I will paint it all over with black ink. At first you can see that the paper corners are folding, but this should not worry you. As the journal is closed most of the time, usually the pages straighten themselves after a few days. The ink dries in 5 to 6 minutes, and I help it with a paper towel where are the wet pads. Usually I make more complicated designs for this page, which you can see on my Instagram profile, but this time I will make something really simple but yet beautiful to show that you don't need impressive drawing skills. I will use the glitter water paint palette of Power Bands. I start with the simple 2022 numbers You see, nothing complicated, and then I continue with the red color. In the future you notice that I really enjoy the rainbow pattern of colors, so here I will use it too. I will continue with orange color, yellow, green, and then blue. You can see the shapes are really simple, just dots and lines, and still the effect is just amazing, I can say. Now you see that it doesn't matter the brand and even the pages. I still do what I want, and you should do the same. So, welcome to 2022. Now I will return to my name tag page. I want this page to match my green look of the journal, so I will draw watercolor on it. But if you don't feel like drawing, feel free to leave it as it is. It still serves its purpose. I will make a separate tutorial for watercolor drawing, so stay tuned. In short, I can say now that usually when you do watercolors, you always start with lighter colors and also the backgrounds. I want to make a jungle, so I make a green background, and at the top I draw the blue sky. Then I draw a few more layers on it. In the meantime, I'm extremely careful to not break the paper with big amount of water. If you want to use watercolor in your notebook, please make sure to have a paper with 100 GSM, which is grams per square meter, as we said in the previous video. So this is the normal thickness for watercolor paper. So you can be sure that watercolors are holded well. Otherwise, you risk to wave the paper or even rip it. Another method you can use is to draw on a separate paper, then glue it on the journal, as me and many other creators do sometimes. As I want to show my jungle in perspective, I will draw the closest tree as big as possible and as dark as possible, but green dark, not black dark. We want the green to be main color. Don't do the crown of the trees like a big circle, just pop the brush and make the leaves one by one, and the result will be awesome. Try to make different gradients. Maybe you can start with a really dark green and then just mash your green with more water so it can become more light. If you ask me, the most important tip about watercoloring is to leave the background a bit visible. You don't need to paint all over the sheet. You can see actually the white line between the jungle background and the sky that I left empty. It makes a lovely perspective look at the drawing. I will write my address later after I finish this video for security purposes, but yeah, you can write it by yourself too. My next page will be my color index. It's almost the same as the page index, but with colors. You can see every month has its color, and also the side of the pages have the same coloring, so it's gonna be for me more easy to navigate. For example, January is blue, the theme of the month. So also the May is yellow, and April is pink. You see, yellow and pink. And when I open the journal, I know exactly which month where it starts. It's really comfortable. It's not actually very necessary to have it in your journal, but still I like how it looks more organized. My next page will be my dashboard. This is the page on which I put sticky notes with various ideas that do not have a specific deadline and they just hang in time. I like it to be different from other pages, and that's why I paint it with black ink. Right now I will not put any sticky notes on it as I still don't use this journal, but I will show you in my current bullet journal how it looks like. Here you can see that I have many sticky notes. Usually the orange ones are the books I want to read, and when I read them, I just write them in my reading tracker you will see in the next video. I have green sticky notes for ideas and yellow sticky notes for home improvement. Also, I have a few free ones, so when I have an idea just popping in my mind, I can write it right now. And that's it, my dashboard. Now it's time for the page index. This is the page where I write on which number page my month is starting. Also, I decorate it with washi tape. It's a really easy type of decoration. I will use it a lot in my spreads, you will see, as many other creators. The right page will be my waitlist. I often order things from different websites and then I forget about them. And actually it's really funny when they come into my house. It's like a present from me, to me. But anyway, this is why this year I decided to make a special page to keep track on what I'm ordering. Here you can see that I have a field for when I order it, what I order it, and from which site I order it. I hope it's gonna be more organized this year, but we will see at the end of the year. So the time has come for the annual calendars as well. Usually I arrange things in such a way that one notebook is enough for me in one calendar year. For this I will now make a full calendar of 2022. I like to leave space between the different months because there are trips that are ahead of me or long-term events. Usually I do this with different colors, as you see here in my current bullet journal how it looks like. As I use my bullet journal also as a memory book, it is really nice when I come back after time and open the calendar and see how my year have looked back then. Over the years I have made variety of calendar arrangements. I think this one is my favorite, but you should try every single one you see just to see which one fits you best. In my opinion, this is the most beautiful thing about bullet journals, that everybody can make them as they want, it's your personal bullet journal. So you have all the power to do whatever you want. That was all for now, folks. Write down in the comments which one was your favorite page so far and the page layouts you make in your bullet journaling for the start of the year. I will be happy to read them. In the part 2 and 3 we will continue with the birthday page, reading page, travel page, yearly goals, graph page and monthly memory. So make sure to check them out. If you like that video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I will share videos on a weekly basis, so make sure to stay around. See you next time, guys, and don't forget to look from the sunny side.